How is it? Sometimes you come to get things and you know exactly where they are and what you want, but when you get there, it's either not there or it's not right. And then other days you give up looking and it falls right in your lap. Good evening. Tonight's video might be a tricky one to shoot for a couple of reasons. First one, it's dark, very, very dark. I found something on one of my walks that just fell in my lap and it was just like, perfect, this is just what I needed. But I don't know if it's on private land. The map says it isn't, and I've checked it and checked it and checked it, but there is a no entry sign. I'm gathering that's just for vehicles on the way up. I'm going to chance it. I'm going to go up. But it's going to be very dark. I'm going to have to be very quiet, but I'm going to go up. I'm going to try and light it, shoot it. And it's also very cold, and my Korean death box is lovely and warm. So I'm going to gear up, pull my boots on, and we'll crack on. So a good start so far. I'm on my way up. I've not been told to sling me up yet. No one's stopped me. There's no other sign, so pressing on. Well, oops, sorry. I'm guessing you can't see anything. This here was my find the other night. Let me use this light I do have. It's an old Landrover. Just in the woods. I don't believe it belongs to anybody. I found nobody to ask. So I'm just setting up. I'm going to politely take my picture. Oh, this is so easy in the dark. This is my version of adolescence as well. It's all one shot. Oh, come on. Now then. It's a bit more light going off around here. I think I'm going to swap these two lights round. The flash gun is going to come out later for some light painting. See if I can get a shot lined up with this now. We're not far off as it is. Let's get it levelled up. God bless onboard spirit levels. Right, the ISO is always going to be... I'll tell you what, I'm going to come and bring you over. I don't believe you're going to be able to see very much from over there. 4 seconds. I do believe, Captain, your batteries are going. How does that look? Horrendous. So anyway, I can kind of get away with lighting that up. Useless. Put that back in that. It's useless. Shutter on 2 seconds. Right, as is always the case with these things, the best laid plans, as they say. I've come up here, I've set 2 little additional lights up. My camera settings I'll show you in a minute. I'm doing filling with the flash gun. ISO as low as I can get it, and I'll just set a timer for 10-15 seconds. As it's running, I'll walk around, flashing the Landrover and painting the bits I want. It's a little bit of trial and error. Some people say there's a science to it. There is, but I also think to get the feel of the photo you want, you've got to kind of play with it. It is quite creepy in here, I take it all back. A couple of pigeons have nearly sent me into coronary arrest. But like I say, I'm just very conscious of disturbing anybody, being on someone's private property. I don't want to upset anyone, so I'm going to get these pictures in the bag and we'll go back, edit, pull it together, and I'll show you what it can do. I don't know if you can see that. I'm at 15 seconds at f2.8 ISO 200, and I'm using my 7-14 f2.8 Pro without the filter kit on, because that'd be silly in these conditions. Anyway, enough yap. Let's get some shots in the bag. Look at that. Obviously we're shooting in RAW, so we can pull back as much detail as we can later on. Again, I don't think we're going to get See folks, look at that. Quite proud of that. Obviously we're shooting in RAW. We're going to post-process this to pull the best out of it. And like I say, with this little Micro Four Thirds, since ditching my Sony gear, I have no concerns with this little stuff. Get another couple of angles. What's the point in having ultra wide angle if you don't use it? Right, we've shifted angles. Obviously don't want to go home with loads of pictures looking the same. I think because of the location where this Landrover is kind of buried in the hillside, there's only so much I can do with it. It is dug in. It's too dark ready to show, but 30 seconds, f2.8. Let's get it painted. I love stuff like this. It's creepy, it's different. Like I said, this one fell in my lap. This was the universe going, you've had a bad couple of weeks, so have one of these. So, oh yeah. It's a bit low for what I like is that. Right, you're not going to be able to see much because it's very, very dark now. I've had a play with the lights, pulled them in, the battery's failed on one. My light stick looks like it's busted, it's not holding charge. It's about 12 years old, it is what it is. What we're going to do is do some more light painting with the flash gun, same setup as before. I've got a 30-second exposure at f2.8 ISO 200, 17-14 f2.8 Pro, focusing on the nearest point, which is kind of a bit that draws your eye. Except this time I'm lighting up the engine bay as well. So I'm going to paint it from this angle, get this in the bag, go straight on from the front with one. Then I'm going to go from the front and try and highlight that engine bay, and then we'll call it a day. I'll come back to you when it's done. I can't hold three things at once, and there's no point putting a tripod because you won't see anything. Back in a minute. Right, just done light painting, see how that came out. It's like being back in the film days of this, waiting for that roll to flop through your door. Oh, lovely, lovely. Let me show you this. There you go. Lovely little shot. Okay, I've relined up the shot. Like I say, I'm shooting blind here now. I've got no lights, they've all failed. But this has lit me up from the camera screen, that's it. Probably not in focus. Right, that's me done. I'm working blind now. I'm working by moonlight. I'm squeezing the last bit of juice out of my phone before that dies just to light this video. Very happy I found it. I might come back up during the day, you know, show you what it's like in the day, like show you why it's seen and what kind of triggered it. Maybe I've got other ideas for more videos somewhere else local. But I'm going to pack up and get off here, and I'll pick up with you a lot when I'm back down there because, like I say, I think I've not pushed my luck, but I think everything's been good so far and I don't want to spoil it. One thought does occur. I'm getting spooked in these woods. I bet you saw if me lumbering my way towards you, it'd be pretty unnerving. Let's get back to the car. Everything's covered in muck. Get cleaned up and a cup of tea, I think. Apart from the old moon up there. Beautiful, moon and running water. Makes me need a pee. It does occur to me after having ridden my bike around here many years gone by, the guy who owns a scrapyard just off to the left does have two dogs in his employ, which are absolute psychos. So I'm not going to hang around, I'm getting out. See you in a bit. Back in the car, back in relative safety, back in the Korean death box. I love doing stuff like that, night shots. The fact that it's legit and it's legal makes it so much happier. I've got two more in mind I want to do. I'm just going to wait for a clear night with a bit more stars, and I'll share those with you as well. Tripod's mucky, everything's mucky, batteries are flat. Like I think I said before, light stick seems like it's buggered. Just a phenomenal night. Very creepy in the woods on your own. It's a good test to find out who you are as well. But I got about 4 different angles in there. Very happy with them, and I got one of those ones as well. Do you know? I bet it's the same in like football or shooting. You'll know it if you do it yourself with photography. The minute I let the shutter go, I was like, that's it. That's a killer. In this country, in the UK, we don't have like the Americans have, or in the US, where you'll drive along a particularly kind of rural area and you'll see old farm trucks just abandoned and decaying. We don't have that. So to stumble, that's about as close as you get. I've stumbled across that twice now in my life. I'll put a photo of the other one I did. I called it Night Truck, and I love that. It's a good story with that one. This guy's granddad's, and his dad couldn't bear to get rid of it, and he couldn't bear to get rid of it. So when I approached them to shoot it, he was working in the field on the farm, and he come straight out and he went, "It's not for sale. We're not selling it." I said, "No, it's fine." said, I just want to take a picture of it. He said, what for? And I said, well, because I'm weird. It's what I do. And he was like, okay, well, what do I have to do? I said, I'll come back at night. I'll shoot it. And if you like, I'll drop a picture off. I said, is your granddad still with us? And he said, no. I said, your dad's still with us? He went, yeah, he is, but he's elderly now. I was like, right, well, if it's all right with you, once I've got it done, I'll bring a picture round. And apparently his dad's a right old battle axe of a farmer. And he texted me after I took the picture round for him when it was all said and done in about a week's time. And he said it's the closest he's ever seen him to nearly in tears. So that made me ecstatic. But anyway, I'll share those pictures of Night Truck up here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you a little bit. It is better outside. You can do night stuff, truck stuff, star stuff, loads of stuff you can do. It's not easy when it's cold and wet and you don't want to go out and there's arc raiders on the PS5. Awesome. Thank you ever so much for coming along and being my companion out in the woods with my imaginary friends, keeping me company, making me so I'm not crapping myself. I'll see you on the next video.